look back at it.
Shh. Clap again. One more time.
He's fucking squeaking in every take. I'm John.
I'm Drew.
This is Isle of Dogs.
I loved it.
I was okay with it.
Sorry. Shh.
I loved I Love Dogs. The from the cinematography, everything very Wes Anderson, split down the middle. It's very I can't describe it right now. But from the comedy to the pacing to the characters, I feel like everything is very well established and fleshed out, and it doesn't need to be anything more than it is, because it's already so much.
I think the film does a good job of establishing things, but like from there it doesn't do anything else. But there's a lot of things that could have been like spicier or like more explored that just weren't. It just relies on its technical devices of, oh look, this is stop animation. We don't do this anymore. That's cool.
I want to tie in what's a little spicy there.
Hit
Like
back.
I just want to
Hit back.
I want to know like what hot tickets you were signing up for.
In what way? What do you mean?
You said it just wasn't like.
I was never shocked. I was never like, oh my god. I was never like, ah. I was always just like,
Oh, I don't know. And then they bring in Spots for the first time. God, that made me like tear up.
okay, no, I feel like, okay, so this is one of the things. There could have been so much more in that relationship that wasn't there. It was very much like, oh, I am a guard dog. I guard you. Like, this is great. And then that's all you fucking see of that. And that could have been
But you
something...
get the conflict of these overarching figures trying to impose on this incredibly simple and beautiful.
No,
like,
but on a relationship that has no real basis. It's just like you're assuming this is a really strong relationship because of this one like little click that you see, and that's not enough.
But
for me.
that's the thesis of the film, like the
Then it's
love between a boy and a dog.
Because you never see the relationship. The next thing you see of it is him being like, oh, sorry, I have to go and have a fucking family now. Which is cool. I'm down with that. But like,
you see it in the evolution with Chief, like.
But Chief is not Spots. That's not the same relationship. And you can't extrapolate that. If you assume that all relationships are the same, your relationships will never evolve in life.
Well, but even then, it's it's...
Thank you,
it's
Cooper.
Spots growing up, like, as he is the... Fucking, what is the word for it? He's like...
Dog.
Yeah, he's the main dog.
I didn't hate the film. I was very like neutral about it, and I feel like I was neutral because nothing blew me away. Everything was like sort of expected and very linear, which is not a bad thing, but it's not like it doesn't make me want to see the film again. And I think that is lackluster. Like I want to see a film and I want to walk out of the theater being like, when can I see this again? Like I want to spend more money to support this, and I didn't feel that way.
Given the chance, I will see Isle of Dogs again and again and again and again. Just because it is so aesthetically beautiful, the care put into it is so like immaculate.
But see, like that's what I'm saying is like the care into how it looks overshadows like what could have been in making a really really good story.
But like the story is I think the simplicity of it is and like the simplicity of a boy and his dog, and then all these outside sources like trying to tear them apart, I think is just beautiful enough. Like,
but that's the thing, when you have something simple, you need to have like really strong supports for it to stand on. And like I'm saying, that relationship is not supported. You get one scene of like, oh, this is what this is. Like I honestly was like, okay, Spots, like that's fucking cool that you want to fucking leave, dude. Like bet. Like you have a family, I get that, but like fucking bet. Like this dude just risked so much to go for you, and that's all you get. And then he's like, oh, I'm gonna pawn this off onto my fucking brother that I don't even remember, like besides like a half second of living. Like, I'm just gonna make him do the job that I don't want to do anymore because now I'm like fucking mad bitches. Can somebody get me a beer?
Yeah. I'll get you a beer.
So we cut like smash cut flashback to Atari.
Smash.
He was in a horrific train accident. He's recuperating from his injuries, and to protect him, the family has brought in a guard dog named Spots. So it's Atari and Spots. They affix to each of their ears a translator, like transmitter thing that lets them speak to each other. And it blinks to the green, and
It blinks to green.
It blinks to green.
Very informative. It
And-
translates dog to Japanese and Japanese to dog.
Yes, it does that. Like it's hard to explain now that I'm heated.
Spots. Continue.
Spotsu. Biscuit. Sitte. But just this moment of him just like whispering like washi. Like
Little boy in a hospital bed, and he's like shook the fuck up because I believe his parents just died in the train accident as well, and he just like lived. And then it's like, oh, good news, you're being adopted by the mayor. It's like the super powerful dude. And they're like, but since you died in a train accident, we're like worried that somebody's like trying to get you because you're distant related to the mayor. So he's like, oh, let me get you this guard dog to protect you, which is really weird. Doesn't make logical sense in the first place because the family is about cats. And, like, cats are really offensive creatures in the first place. So, like, you could have just done that. But it's like, okay, let's, like, inflict this relationship that we're going to tear later in the film to hurt this boy that we don't like. Anyway, doesn't make logical sense to do that because you could just get, like, a fucking tiger or something. But anyway.
you give it like a 12-year-old boy a tiger, like
Why not? But the problem that I have with the relationship in the first place and, like, with Atari as a character is that he's, like, very demanding and very, like, oppressive of the dogs in the first place. He's like, do this thing, and then I will give you a biscuit, and that's it. And it's like, it's very clear from the film that they're like more intelligent than that, and they're like helping him out, and like, why inflict that relationship on those dogs? Anyway.
What?
Are my cookies ready?
reflection of Japanese culture. I thought it was very respectful. Like I don't think it took anything. It showed no theater. It like kabuki no theater. It showed like just art, the Japanese art. I think very well. It didn't disservice. It didn't disservice Japanese people at all. It was all casted, all the human roles except for the one girls, but they were all those were all Japanese actors. Anything that wasn't explicitly said that was being translated was spoken in Japanese, and I think that was a very like purposeful and very meaningful thing for film.
Like when you walk in and you sit down and in the intros and it's like, oh, like any English in this film is either like translated poorly or is like whatever. I thought that was a really cool idea. So yeah, I don't have any really rebuttals, but I like the idea of like kind of tricking the audience into thinking that it's an English speaking movie and then making them sit through subtitles.
10 Blade Runners out of 10, motherfucker. But I Love Dogs is like 10 out of 10 for me. Like
A perfect film.
yeah, it is a perfect film to me. To me, it's a perfect film.
So I Love Dogs, I would say, is probably a 7.5 out of 10. It's a good film. You should see it, but you should see it once, and then you'll be content until it comes out on Netflix, like 3 years later.
Or if you really like stop motion animation, then you will keep gushing about it again and again and again and again.
But if you like story and like emotions, you'd be like, okay, this did the thing. But
Yeah, cheers, maybe a kiss. Maybe a kiss on the last
Maybe a
one.
kiss. I'll
Maybe
support
2
that.
kisses, 1 off that.
hey, man, picture quality is not everything. If picture quality was everything, you would love Terrence Malick.
Oh, well, that's a deep cut.
Oh!
That's a deep cut.